Yeah, that sounds done, Headwind. Right behind you, chum.
May that boy's spirit infect a lot of ye as would a plague.
What a horrible way of putting it.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to 4pixels. Kanetsu and Koku are here, and we are continuing Pyre after a very difficult fight.
I'm sorry. Curse you, human! You were a fool to abandon us, and now you only toss a dagger in our backs. You still do not seem to understand, Sir Deluge. This knight is no longer beholden to the likes of you. This knight is bound only by the path forward enlightenment. Your words ring false! You are unfit to lead! Shut up! You know exactly what you are, Gilman! Go away. You called this knight a craven, and your courage is a mere facade! And everybody knows, this knight shall see to it!
Sir Gilman does not respond, although you sense the words of Sir Deluge got to him. Oh, baby, no.
Let him be bitter.
Alright. Sorry we didn't use you, Bertrude. We'll try next time. Demons of the downside once were common folk since transformed by the years of exile, their notorious reputations oft precede them. After overcoming the Pyre hearts with aplomb, I've never heard that word before, you return to the wagon to find Wolfred and the lone minstrel in the midst of conversation. Most strange that this one star should be illuminated now. This is not what I expected. Nor I, Wolfred, sir. Then Wolfred notices you there. Reader, Tariq and I observed a strange occurrence in the sky is all. It appears that the star of Kaelmer Rope Collar is illuminated now, which is but another star, except our models and predictions of the cosmos did not anticipate this. Kaelmer Rope Collar, the first exiles came to these lands not by force, but by heeding Rope Collar's deceptions. The traitorous former aide to the Emperor, his actions inadvertently led the 8 scribes to find one another. Anyway, go see for yourself. I shall make the wagon ready in the meantime. You see only a single shining star illuminated far above. It is just as Wolfred indicated. You regard the looming star, discern where it leads. Kaelmer, the rogue star. The rogue star burns bright over an isolated little island in the Sea of Solace. Udmid is already on her way. Let's check the planner out. Oh, our probability rose?
Whoa. Only 3% though.
Was that because we invoked the star?
Maybe.
I think this group is truly beginning to work together. Perhaps soon these Nightwings shall be superior to even their glory days. Huh. Oh, next rites to liberation. Now this is finally showing up.
Ooh.
So we only need 2 more till the next liberation, right? And so far it's looking like it's going to be against the essence. Hmm.
Deluge had 4 wins and 8 losses.
Then we are summoned to the Isle of Kaelmer, deep within the deathless tempest. Have you been there before, Tariq? So long ago I scarce recall the time, only the scent. It is the place from whence the creatures native to this land sprang forth. Reader, let's not concern ourselves with superstitions held about that place. We'll set forth at dawn, and soon see for ourselves what to make of it. Oof, oof, a lot of things. Sir Gilman is in a contemplative mood. He has been rather quiet, at least more than usual, ever since his confrontation with Sir Deluge. He notices you there and slides forth in a solemn manner.
This night, he knows what he shall do now when all this is over, Master Reader. We Worm Knights. We are all born and raised to prove ourselves superior to all the other billions of our kind, to lead our lives, however short, with glory. From the moment we shove past our wormling brethren and their egg sacs to the very end, we are conditioned to excel, to prevail at all costs. This relentless pursuit of glory, of fame, of self-worth. It leads most of this knight's kind only to an early doom. Or in the case of Sir Deluge, it leads to adulthood. A life of low deceit, abusing one's fellow worm knights, shirking one's responsibility, living in constant fear. This knight cannot abide his former commander, yet pities him. There must be more to honor than to... what? There must be more to honor than to lead a life engulfed in endless conflict.
Then he looks at you intently.
This knight shall ever seek the honor out when all this is ended, Master Reader. Thus he vows to you and is ever grateful that your guidance led him to this new awakening. But until such time, this knight is duty-bound unto the Night Wings. This, the fulfillment of our plan, and our pursuit of freedom is to be his final quest. Oh, you're so cute. For what awaits him afterward is no mere quest. The honor that this knight has sought. It cannot be fully achieved through knighthood, can it? It requires something more. I trust you understand.
He slithers off, his head held high. Though not merely in pride, something has changed in him. Sir Gilman has gained +2 presence, permanently. Wish him well. Black Basin, in the words of Molten Melith, the Wild Witch. The continent which we call Black Basin shall one day tear itself apart. Arriving upon blackened molten crags, tolerable only by the harped Triesta, we pressed onward toward a suffocating wood. This land felt to us somehow primordial. Deep in its roots and noxious crevices lay innumerable clues as to its ancient history, but we had little time to excavate for our supplies by then, or thin. Further, we were lost. Our best attempt at circumnavigation all had failed. It was Luz Glorian who reached out at last unto the stars, and they revealed the way. Then we at last could see the sacred Mount Elodial there in the distance.
The nest of Triesta, in the words of Luz Glorian, 100 Minds the Scholar. The ashen effigy?
Effigy, I think?
effigy of the Nightmare Titan, wow, Zilvius, horse-headed looms, as dark as ever on the Why can I not read? The ashen effigy of the Nightmare Titan, Sylvia's horse-headed, looms as dark as ever on the precipice of Black Basin, where her chaotic influence thundered the land itself until it's wet with fire. The very instant that our graceful friend Tithys finally laid to rest the greater Titan with the power of the holy scepter of the Empire, the stars shone down upon us all with blinding light. Just the thought that she could bear her children in the warmth there, but alas. Now the stars revisit that locale with regularity. The fissure in the rock do pose more danger than one ought to invite, but a summons to the nest is to be honored.
The greater Titans, in the words of Under King Oris, the sea sojourner. The stars shine strange beneath the sea. This one dared rise from the waters so that he could see them plain, the burning essences of those who came before. Our lives are but a quest to join the stars. This one longed to be the brightest. But, in the downside, this one met those whose own stars shall doubtless burn at least as hot. Together we achieved great deeds. You may have seen some evidence of it, the remains of the greater Titans which once darkened this dark land. But in our kinship was the strength to conquer them. It is this one's humble charge to chronicle those deeds, and may the Titan stars never stain the sky during your time. About that.
Rites of Flame, in the words of Stolian Mur, the last of his name. With these blackened nails do I hereby inscribe the rites of flame. The bylaw shall be written here in full. We the Eight decreed the rites as a test of one's true worth in body, mind, and spirit. Now, until the stars abandon us, this shall be binding law within the downside. Those deemed worthy of the rites are to regain their freedom from downside and return from whence they came. Exiles shall conduct the rites as one of 9 triumvirates, and look towards the stars for guidance on their path. Exile shall bear this book as status.
The Pyre Hearts, in the words of Hawub the Swallow, the Accursed. The Pyre Hearts all follow in the path forged by the Under King Oris, whose many mighty deeds exceed the smallest stature that somehow contained him. His is the most spirited triumvirate, their courage unfaltering, their hearts full. They live always with vigor, and perhaps they die with it as well. They are the Under King's own kind, as at home above the sea as in it, never ceasing, ever longing, as they do for something more. The Under King chose wisely for these qualities, and teaches that a life devoid of passion is a life devoid of life itself. That burning passion is the fuel that drives the Pyre Hearts, and in turn us all. Continue our journey. Wilfred joins you as you soar high above the storm's ravaged waters on approach to the infamous Isle of Kamer. Among its cursed qualities, it seems this wretched storm means I cannot rightly smoke. One of the downside's small misfortunes, I suppose. The wagons driving seem not to mind, at least. In fact, they seem more animated now even than usual, sir. Perhaps they feel some sort of connection to this place. Tariq, do you suppose the withdrawn were able to make it here intact? They ought to have seen it in the stars, though we shall know for certain. That we shall. Take us in, please, reader. Okay, Barb Reef. An old exposed reef off the coast of the Isle of Kamer. Sir Gilman thinks this may be a more restful current turn toward the Isle of Kamer, and Sharp Shoal, an icy floe near the Isle of Kamer, sturdy enough for landing. Bertrude thinks it shall be the quickest route, leaving a few time for vocations. Oh. But so this seems to indicate that we'll be well rested. And this seems to indicate that we'll be able to do vocations, but we might get some sort of penalty since we won't be. But yeah, vocations will be nice because then we can get more of that studying done to enhance everyone's abilities. You make landing within the Deathless Tempest, far west of where you first breached through to the shores beyond. You wonder which sort of celestial landmark lies hidden amid these waters, though for now you have some time left before continuing onward. Explore Sharp Shoal. Join Bertrude for a survey of the surrounding area. You and Bertrude make a quick search of the dark waters of Sharp Shoal. However, you find nothing of note.
Uneventful. Fine.
You soon return to the Black Wagon, where others are preoccupied with their own pursuits. You should have enough time to pursue your vocations. But someone wants to speak. Bertrude? You approach Bertrude just as she has finished polishing the various bottles, flasks, and vials that your fellow exiles have collected during your travels through the downside.
The evidence of thy travails, how brazenly ye put them on display. Ye tempt these lands to swallow ye.
She lets out a long breath.
Nonetheless, these trinkets stir our memories, not merely of these lands, but of the country whence we came. Know, reading one, that we are here because of Sandalwood. We met him long ago within the southern bogs. He offered many courtesies, and in exchange we found agreeable. We sought them certain regents, necessary to our studies of the heavens and the earth. And he knew where to procure them. In exchange, we were to boil for him our finest inks, a certain recipe notorious yet secret. Its stain could never be removed. Oh, but the Commonwealth misliked it. 'Twas then we first began collecting samples of the regions of the downside, for Sandalwood was ever true to his word. Long had we studied this accursed place, Black Basin, the chaos of the deathless tempest, the richest of the bogs of flagging hands, lands so far away, and yet they called to us. If Molten Melith was able to traverse the downside in its entirety an age ago, then surely 'twas not beyond reckoning that we could do the same. Furthermore,
But she hesitates.
it matters not, reading one. Thou hast indulged our tales long enough for now.
She slithers away without further explanation. She seems reluctant to discuss the circumstances of her path with Wilfred, yet you sense she is here by choice. Exit. Study in private. Tenacity. Each rank raises your fellow exile's presence, increases the size of their auras. Aww!
Oh, so cute! this from Hedwyn?
It could be that, yeah, I think that's probably what it's gonna be. Here in the eerie stillness of the deathless tempest, you encounter a messenger imp come to deliver news and rumors from the other side. The news this time pertains to Hedwyn, whom you liberated at the fall of Solium. You learn Hedwyn returned safely to the Commonwealth, where he was clothed and welcome, his past transgressions all forgiven. He was to be groomed for a leadership position of his choice, whether on the council or on the blood border, each equally lucrative and secretive as well. However, he refused, and before the stunned council members could do anything about it, he left them. He's since made contact with Wolfred's agents and is working together with them. Thus, the ranks of the revolution grow stronger. Would he have not been able to return to the others? Because it seems like having a position on the council would help for the revolution.
Huh?
So it said he was offered a position of leadership either on the council or on the blood border, but he refused. But wouldn't that have helped towards the revolution if he had accepted?
It should have.
Maybe he just wanted to make some sort of statement. Per the messenger imp custom, the last part of the message was transcribed from Hedwyn, word for word, and says, "Keep going. I'll see you here." You thank the messenger imp for relaying this information. Soon your companions are all abuzz about it.
I always thought Hedwyn was looking for someone out there back home. Do you think he found her?
Yeah, that sounds done, Hedwyn. Right behind you, chum.
May that boy's spirit infect a lot of ye as would a plague.
What a horrible way of putting it. A glorious example Hedwyn sets for all of us. He did it.
Wonder if he'll ever find the one he fell for.
The news of Hedwyn's liberation fills you and your fellow exiles with newfound resolve. Your companions gain +1 hope for the next rite. Wish Hedwyn luck. Your wagon shudders to a halt at the Isle of Kaimler. Bizarre outcroppings give it a forbidding feel. In the distance, you hear odd gibbering noises that sound like drive imps. We don't have any money. Commence the rite. The mood is more dour than usual as you make preparations for the coming rite. A hush has fallen over your exiles, and a sense of dread hangs in the air. At least one of your companions is unfazed.
We sense the influence of one of our own. She is nearby. Her mind corrupted, calls out screaming. Cats out hear it, perhaps.
She speaks of Witch Udmild, the adversary whom you expect to face last night.
The witch, she doth revere an ancient god undying, and unyielding on this land and on her consciousness. We may attempt an exorcism here, for the conditions are unique, and she may not be expecting us to be abetting ye. However, 'tis a risk, upon her mind and my own, although a worthwhile risk perhaps.
Bertrude seems to think that Udmir can be weakened somehow through the coming rite. Then the stars above begin to shimmer with their strange light.
There, the star of Slack. Our adversary would worship it and whom it represents. Fixate upon that star, reading one, if thou so darest provoke its power. Do so, and our adversary rich she shall be emboldened, but also left vulnerable to our own sorceries. We may yet limit her ambitions thus.
Bertrude asks you to invoke the Star of Slock in this rite. Consider her wish. Is this Slock? No, that's Lord Gandroth.
I read that's Gandor.
Alright, this one's currently active. Which one's Slock? Let's take this one off. This is...
Oh, cool.
This one's Slock. And what it does is they become more cunning and much quicker to react. So I think that maybe like just overall makes them stronger. Oh. It's pronounced Eastlock. Okay. Alright, then let's try that one.
The way it just turns red is like scary.
Unnerving. Yeah. Visit Sandra and the Black Man again beyond the crystal to attempt scribe trials with each of your exiles once they reach sufficient rank.
A glorious eve to you as ever, O you exiles of the Nightwings.
Ooh.
The 8 scribes dragged you all the way into the blasphemous Isle of Kayla. Here you are to be surrounded by even more gibbering nitwits than usual. The adversaries you are to confront shall be the withdrawn.
Are
What?
those giant Tizos?
I think so. It looks like a football field.
Forward on the path to glory. Now prepare yourselves.
What have we here? Ye have returned once more into our presence. Yes. We sense something among ye. Who?
Bertrude slithers forth and gazes at her adversary.
She looks so disgusted, like, oh god.
Ugh, I don't want to be associated with you.
Thou, Meckett, we should have known.
But Bertrude does not respond.
Ye Nightwings, this one shall be of little benefit to ye. No one's sorceries are a mere pittance to the overwhelming might of Islak. Soon ye shall see.
You've got a little bit of robotiness, but it actually works really well for her.
Oh!
Reading one, thou invokest the star of Islak, so then beware. Though our adversaries shall Udmil be cast into a hopeless doubt about her faith upon her god. It shall be done if we prevail, but only if. Our own mind shall perhaps be forfeit otherwise.
Though it seems that through the outcome of this rite, either Udmir shall be permanently weakened, or Bertrude shall instead. Oof. Alright, then yes, another restart one.
Oh.
Who shall conduct the
Alright. Let's try and get some other people in here. Who's at lowest? I'm definitely gonna have her, but who's at lowest right now? You've got 4,850. You've got 4,000. You've got 4,165. Okay. So, what's this? Okay, let's do this. Him first, so we start out with him. Whoa. Okay. Actually, let's take a look at these. So she's got two drive imps with her. At the start, oh, that's why. That's why.
No!
What's this? When flinging the orb into the oh.
Oh, she probably had, yeah.
What are your... Okay. Yikes. Alright, then we're definitely gonna want Pamitha as well so she can heal. And let's try with Gertrude. I don't know. I guess we'll give her that.
Gertrude.
Oh boy.
Very well.
Face us now, Udmild, with or without the aid of thy dead god, whom thou so cherished needlessly.
Now then, Nightwings, ye wish to mock ye slack. Ye, in your infinite foolishness, shall be among the first to suffer.
Keep talking, Grandma.
As the rite commences, the imps throughout the cavernous area roar with excitement.
Oh my god.
Our struggles and our plan, mere entertainment to these lonesome creatures. Begging your pardon, sir. The imps of the Isle are quite passionate about the rites. Just now they offered a bounty in soul if our triumvirate proves worthy. They would pay us. In exchange for what exactly? And where did they get the soul, for that matter? My understanding is they wish to see us perform various feats of glory. As for the ounce of their wealth, who can say how much soul lies within the sea? Flashy displays of mastery in the rites which certain types of imps are willing to pay to see. Reader, it may be seen beneath you, but the opportunity is real if the soul should be of benefit. Indeed. Then, reader, my kin, it is yours to decide if entertaining these sad creatures is a justifiable distraction during these affairs. We trust your judgment. Now let us not distract you further here. Henceforth you shall be tasked with feats of glory in the rites. Salute the imps. Okay, I always forget to do that. There we go. Hope you guys like that.
Bye now, Bertie.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa! Oh! They've got a lot of,
Your adversary's Pyre is the first to falter.
Banish 2 exiles in a single aura cast? No, I can't do that.
You have it.
Ooh.
Well, I dare say
Ooh.
the Nightwing's adversaries gained an edge. How sad for the withdrawn.
There we go. One of our own. Seek ye the lifeblood for thyselves, yes?
Ye wretched witch! Tampering with eldritch forces for which ye knowest not, ye forfeit everything for an abomination from the stars.
Quaint hearse.
I think that's what she says.
Yeah, it's just hissing.
We thought perchance ye sought the true enlightenment, yet ye reveal yourselves to be as narrow as the thing with which ye now consort. Ye slack shall devour ye as all the rest.
Ah, the foul witch Udmilda. Would that she served the scribes as faithfully as the monstrosity which she adores. Begone, rot. How brazen.
Oof.
Mildor sets herself ablaze. Perhaps you are unworthy. United in banishment. Now that is how to snuff a flame.
The imps grow more and more agitated with each passing moment. Some start spilling onto the sacred ground.
Foolish imps, untamed, stay back. Ye spawn for me slack, ye learn his patience.
Oh my goodness. These imps.
What are those blasted creatures doing? This is a sacred tradition.
Oh my god, they actually are on this! What are they doing?
No, you don't.
Oh.
Damn!
For the night winds, the fire's wave.
Alright.
A bit of a blunder.
Arrgh.
Lock night with
Let's restart this.
It's
who shall conduct the rites?
Sir Gilman.
Now we can't level that up anymore, darn it. Let's try this one.
Bertrude. It is done. Begin.
Damn! So fast.
Oh, god damn.
Simply abhorrent. The path to glory eludes
Well, at
us
least it
all
was just toss.
at times. Hapless worm. Her wings have served her food. Ah, the foul witch Udmilda. Would that she served the
Oi.
scribes as faithfully as the monstrosity which she adores. Sinners. Their aim was true, and thus your pyre wanes. Stand not in glory's path.
Woohoo! What on goodness gracious.
Wow.
Zap. Seemingly unfair. Your pyre burns brighter for a
Oof.
while. Oh, you poor nightwings.
Don't.
No
Or do
law
it.
against throwing in the orb. There goes old Bertrude.
Ooh.
Do it. Done. A show of strength from the Nightwing's opponents. Begone, Bertrude. Thrust straight into your flames.
Oy.
Nearly a glancing blow. Yes.
God, they're so annoying.
Uh-huh.
The orb has left your clutches. Bye now, Bertie.
Ay, ay, ay. Well. Ah. What are we at? Holy shit. Well,
Damn.
we will need to get back to this rate next time. Thank you guys for watching me get clobbered, and see you next time.
Bye.